Hey there guys, Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you're all doing well. Today for this episode we are going over the gear for the Creeper Walk 2014 adventure. Now usually I do this trip later in the year and I usually do it by myself, but my twin brother and I have come up with an idea that we're going to do it tonight. That's right, and we're going to start around 6 o'clock in the afternoon, so we're going to walk basically throughout the night and get back early in the morning. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you guys get to meet my awesome twin brother. So basically, we're going to go over the gear, everything that I'm taking with me, and we might as well get started now. Alright folks, right here in front of you is all the gear that I'll be taking with me for this Creeper Walk. Now, the backpack is the Fjallraven Frill Rift 35. Please forgive me if I mispronounced that, which I probably did. Anyway, so this is the Fjallraven Frill Rift Forest 35 pack, 35 liters, made from the G1000 material. Very, very cool indeed. Right here on the front of this pack, you have that netted portion, which is actually removable. It kind of just clicks in here into the side of the pack. I'm going to put my thermal layers inside of this. That way, as I'm walking, as the temperatures drop, I can just grab what I need instead of having to dig inside of the pack. And then, if I get hot, I can just stick them right in there, quick access. I'm excited to test out this pack, indeed. I think the girls want to go with me. Hi, Dee Dee. Come on, why don't you hop up here? What we have here is my food bag, and really, what I have in here right now is just the snacks. Later on, I will be adding 2 Mountain House meals. I actually need to go to town to pick those up. One for me, one for my brother. We'll see what they have in town, who knows. In here, I have tons of different snacks. I have 2 titanium spoons and a spork. I also have some electrolyte water mix. That way, just to give us an extra boost that we'll put into our water bottles. Of course, we have some instant coffee. Thanks to my buddy Mark there who sent that in. Appreciate it. I also have a large gallon-sized Ziploc bag, which I will use to put my dirty spoons, washcloths, garbage, stuff like that. Of course, we have extra batteries, memory cards, stuff like this. Here we have my miscellaneous kit, and that just includes first aid kit, toilet paper, some extra batteries for my headlamps. I also have added some additional painkiller, pain relievers, Advil, stuff like this, just so once we're halfway through, we can pop a couple. Because if you're going to do 34 miles all at one time, you're going to be a little bit sore. You're going to need it. I have a lantern, which I will use just to cook by, because we're going to be eating basically in the middle of the night, probably around midnight, something like that. So that's for cooking, just to see by. I have an additional cup here, so we can have some coffee along the way. Here I have the Tokes titanium pot, and on the inside of this I have the Crux stove with fuel canister. I have 2 washcloths and a lighter, so we can cook up our food, boil our water, make our coffee, so on. Here we have a windscreen, just in case it's windy tonight, which I think it's supposed to be, so there you go. Here we have the Kershaw Kin Onion Blade. Very, very nice. You guys have seen this many, many times. Here's my Petzl headlamp. Does a great job. Fairly lightweight. Takes 3 AAA batteries, and it lasts forever. And it's very, very inexpensive. Definitely a great one. Now, when it comes to the water, I'm taking 3 liters in my hydration bladder, which is just the Platypus Big Zip. This is definitely one of my favorite. I've never had an issue from this bladder. In addition to that, I am taking 2 bottles with 18 ounces of water in each one. And this is just for cooking, it's for coffee, it's for my electrolytes, stuff like that. The temperatures tonight are supposed to drop into the low 30s, so I do have 2 sets of very thin gloves here. Nothing special, nothing expensive. They just work well, especially when put together. And if it gets cold enough, I do have some hand warmers. I have a toboggan, and I also have an extra pair of socks. Anytime that I go out for a long hike, an extended hike, I always like to keep an extra pair of socks with me. You never know when you might step into some water, get them wet, or you might be sweating profusely and get them soaked. It's always nice to have a nice good pair of socks to change into. One item that I almost forgot is an old cell phone, which I use basically just as an MP3 player. I've downloaded a number of movies, basically in MP3 format. So as I'm hiking around, I can listen to all sorts of stuff. I got documentaries, I got movies. It's a great way to pass the time because honestly, you know, if you hike around with someone a lot like I do with my brother and my friends, when you go on these super long hikes, it does get to the point where you have nothing to talk about. So that's why having some entertainment is vital. It really does help pass the time. So that's what this is for. So my friends, that's the gear, that's the loadout, that's what we're going to be taking with us on the next creeper walk. 34 miles, 12 hours or less. It's going to be fantastic. I'm really, really excited about it. I'm also excited for you guys to meet my twin brother. That's going to be very cool. Thank you all so much for watching this episode. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. I will definitely see you all around. Everybody, get outdoors, strength and honor, be well.